Thank you for attending this session, Supporting Learning with ProQuest. We hope that at the end of the session, you'll be able to identify the different content and source types that are available through ProQuest, be able to enhance your course materials with these online resources, and then be able to integrate the different kinds of resources into any online course software, such as your LMS, any kind of PowerPoints or e-learning modules if you're creating those as well. A bit of an introduction to ProQuest. We are an information aggregator, so we provide a very large amount of aggregated information, including ebooks, journals, videos, and much, much more. So we provide extensive supplementary resources to really complement course material and core materials you use for your research and teaching. So in this webinar, I just really want to showcase how you can identify and use a variety of different content types and pull them really quickly from the ProQuest suite of products. And what we'll do is we'll run through our three major platforms, which are the ProQuest platform, our flagship platform, eBook Central, and Alexander Street, where the majority of our videos sit. Your library might not subscribe to all three products, so please do talk to your librarian about this. We'll run through all three, and if you are interested in finding out more about a particular product, there are other training sessions available, which I'll direct you to at the end of the session, or you can request a training with one of us by emailing training@proquest.com. We would really love to be able to do a customized webinar with you where we go through your institution's resources instead of a general one like today's session. So we know that academics and faculty teaching staff use a variety of different content types for their teaching and research. Back in 2018, we surveyed over 1,300 faculty members and students around the world to better understand the value they find in various types of content. So it's no surprise that scholarly journals, dissertations and books are at the top of the list, but you can also see that a large majority love conference proceedings, government documents, grey literature, statistics, and a lot more. And a lot of them use a variety of different content within their teaching. So the biggest differences between these two slides is for teaching, case studies and videos are also really good source types in order to engage students and to be able to deliver better lectures and better teaching courses. So the faculty views on how the different kinds of information helps or does not help students were positive to that it does help students. So 94 of faculty strongly agree that leveraging a variety of different information types help students conduct a more thorough review of the existing literature in their field. 97 of them agree that using a variety of information types really helps students to better understand and more fully understand the concepts and ideas. And as a result of this, they are able to produce better quality assignments and achieve a better grade on their course. Which brings us to the ProQuest platform. So it is our flagship platform where we deliver the majority of the variety of different content types we have available. So as well as the scholarly journals, peer-reviewed journals, we have dissertations and theses, conference papers, reports, a large variety. We do also have multimedia content within the ProQuest platform, videos, but also audio if it's available. We've inbuilt our world-class searching interface where spelling variants are taken into account. You can utilize Boolean operators, proximity operators, which I'll briefly touch on. If you did want to learn more about searching, your librarian, especially Boolean operators, I'm sure your librarian will be able to really help out with that. And of course, we make it really easy to get content and to share content with colleagues and with students. So straight off on our interface, you can see there is a large variety of different content types that you can search straight off the bat. You can just start your search searching all the content types. And when you're in the results page, we do have limiters that allow you to really drill down on the content types that you might want to do your research on. Any kind of open access articles that we've got, that we do have, we pull into the ProQuest platform so that you can search open access articles alongside your kind of paid subscription and paid articles. You don't actually pay for this content, but you are able to utilize the platform's functionality for any kind of open access information as well. Because we know books and videos are important for teaching and for students, we do pull that into the results page, make it obvious, or make it noticeable that we do have videos and books that match your search as well. The next thing we'll talk about is eBook Central. So if you library subscribe to ebook packages from us, the majority of them will sit in eBook Central, which is a different platform. We do make it very easy for you to download chapters of ebooks. We know that as you're going through your course, you may not need to read the full book. Usually it's just one chapter or a couple of chapters within a book that is particularly relevant. So we make it really easy to get just that chapter of that book. We make it easy to embed links into, say, course readings or sharing links with your students and colleagues, including to a specific page if you require it. We've built an online reading interface where you can annotate and you can take notes directly on the online reader. So you don't actually need to download the whole book unless you need it for offline access. And then, of course, you can cite your book and export it into your citation management system. So most of you, or the majority of people that enter into a library's online interface or online environment is usually through the discovery layer or the catalogue. So whilst eBook Central does have a search function as well, most people will come into the book via this page, which is the book details page. In this page, you can see exactly what your availability is for the book and how many pages you can download or print. Just like any print book where there's only a certain amount of pages you can photocopy, the same kind of restrictions apply on ebooks. It's called digital rights management and it is set by the publisher. So every single book is different, but through eBook Central, we make it really obvious and clear exactly how you can download this book. The great thing about eBook Central also is that any restrictions do reset after 24 hours. And we also have a larger number of books that are DRM free, so there are no restrictions. You can read the book online, download the book, and then of course you can share a link straight to the book or cite the book from this page as well. When we go to the live demonstration, we'll run through the online reader. Alexander Street is where the large majority of our video content sit. We have a variety of different sources and publishers on Alexander Street. Again, it is easy to embed links, which I'll show you. It's easy to search through the transcripts of videos to find exactly what it is that you're after without having to watch the entire video. And then of course you can create clips. So if you've got a 30-minute clip, 30-minute video, and you really only want to embed, say, 30 seconds of that into a PowerPoint, you can create that and share that with students. So I'll make that, I'll show you how to do that in the live demonstration. So I just have a question on the chat. It says, do you have limits on how many chapters you can download for ebooks? And yes, the answer to that is yes, there are limits. It really depends on the publisher. So I'll just go back to this slide. You can see here the digital rights management. These are the limits. So for each book is different. It's set by the publisher. So for this one, it's 108 pages. You can chapter download for this book within 24 hours. So after that, you will, after 24 hours, it'll reset and you'll be able to download 108 pages again. Another question, will we be upgrading to APA 7th citing soon? Yes, that is definitely in the pipeline for ProQuest platform. I don't have a date as of yet, but it is definitely in development. I'll try and find a date and hopefully I can maybe send that through in a follow-up email. Okay. So I'll just clear citations. So, Alexander Street content, we have a large variety of publishers, internationally and local publishers as well. So we've got BBC, Universal Pictures, HBO. In Australia, we do have the ABC and SBS, Flickerfest, GA Productions. You may not have all of the subscriptions within your library, but you may have some. In any case, the software or the functionality to create clips and embed clips are available. We make it really easy to embed a clip, to share the clips, and to search the transcript. So I'm going to jump over and go through all the three platforms really quickly with you. I'll begin my demonstration on the ProQuest platform on the coronavirus research database. And the reason I'm doing it on the coronavirus research database is that if you've had any kind of ProQuest subscription with us during COVID-19 crises, we've actually added a coronavirus research database that every institution gets automatically. So you don't need to pay for it. It's added to you. It's research and information that is free of charge and provided through ProQuest. So I won't touch too much on searching. You can use the ProQuest platform for basic search. So you can put in public health without the quotations, for example, and then narrow down. I do like to use phrase searching, which is using the quotations. So typing in public health in China ensures that that phrase has to appear before my search results come up. We do have a number of different search tips that you can read through if you were interested in that, just here. Alternatively, your librarian will be able to help out a lot with kind of search tips on ProQuest. So we can see we've got a number of open access articles. This is the coronavirus free database. So any open access journals we have, we bring in to this, which is why you're seeing a large number of them are open access. We've got the source type limiters here. So if I wanted to see exactly what source types I have, I've got them that I can include or exclude from my search. Once I've conducted a search, say I've conducted public health in China, and this was a search that I'd like my students or maybe a colleague to be able to come in, it will automatically run the search. I can grab an embedded link straight from here, get search link. So this link does have an expiry date, but effectively I can use this link for the term. I mean, this expires in 2021. And anybody that has this link, so long as they can access my library's resources, they'll be able to click here and it'll run the search automatically for them. We can see some journals have the full text in HTML, in PDF, and that if it's cited by any other researchers, it'll be available here. And if we have a reference list available, it'll be available here as well. So I'll just go into this one. So the difference between the HTML full text and the PDF full text on ProQuest is that if there is a HTML full text, we do have a translate feature. So you can translate it. This is obviously English into another language. So I can translate that. And we do also have an audio feature, which will read the text of this ebook for me in English. So I've just clicked the translation, so we'll see. So the abstract doesn't get translated, but the body of the article does get translated. The PDF version is important if you would like to cite the original article. So it's great because it's effectively a photocopy of the print version, and the page numbers appear directly on here. So it's really good for citing. Some people also just prefer to read it through like the print version experience. Any kind of related items that we've got, we make suggestions here. So potentially this one is a really good one that you might want to have a look at as well after seeing this one. Reference list. If we've got a full reference list and we've got the article available to you on your subscription, we'll actually hyperlink it so you can click straight into one of these other articles. Obviously, if you were to share this with students, you can download the PDF relatively simply and easily, get that PDF. There are no restrictions on this PDF. You can send this, email this. You can email and print this as well. You can cite. So we've got a number of different citation styles. As mentioned before, APA 7th edition will be coming out soon. When it does, it will just appear here, so you'll be able to choose that one. All options give you more options in order to share or save. So if you were using Google Drive, Google Classroom, or OneDrive, you can integrate this article directly into any of these kind of cloud software. Citation export into EndNote, RefWorks, or other citation management systems through a RIS file. You can do that. And of course, you can download, as we've mentioned before. Okay, so I'm just going to go back to the search results briefly. Just to point out, if we do have images like we do in this article or graphs, you can grab these images, download them, and put this image straight into any kind of course material or lecture material that you might need. So I can click on this particular image. It'll open up a reader for me. I can rotate this if I want to. So, and then I can zoom in, zoom out to get a better idea of this image. And then I can download this image. So I can copy, download this image, and then utilize this image for something else. So it does make it really easy. I'm just going to check to see if I've got any questions in relation to ProQuest before I go back and talk about eBook Central. So no questions so far. So let me jump into eBook Central. So within eBook Central, as I mentioned before, we do have a search interface. So you can put in your search. You can search by keyword, by ISBN if you're looking for a specific book. A lot of you may come in through your discovery layer, in which case you'll go straight to the book's details page, which is this one here. So I did mention about the restrictions before. We do have a number of books that have no restrictions, and this is one of those titles. So you can see that there are no copy, print, or download restrictions on this title. So I can download in PDF the entire book. We make it easy to download each chapter as well. So this is a very short book, but I can download in PDF this entire chapter, which is 29 pages. I can share a link straight to this book. This link will take them to the book details page, anyone who clicks on this link. And of course, I can cite this book and export it to RefWorks or EndNote. We have an online reader, which I'll show you in a second, and you can also download the book. So just a caveat, because this book is actually a very short book, we've just allowed for a download in PDF. So you can download the entire book straight away in PDF, or you can read it online. So we've inbuilt a lot of functionality into our online reader. You can search within the book if you need to, but say you're browsing through your book and I get to a really interesting bit of information about pandemics. I can annotate this book directly on the online reader. So I can click the highlight button. I can write myself a note. I can go through and I can bookmark chapter pages. And then if I wanted to have a look at my annotations under the star icon, here they all appear. And then I can delete certain annotations if I need to. We do have also another share link icon in the online reader. This icon is page specific. So if I wanted to direct people to this page, so this is page 6, I can click straight onto this link, copy this link, and this will take whoever clicks on it straight to this page. So it makes it really easy for that as well. If I wanted to print just a few pages, I can click on the print icon and then choose the number of pages that I want to print. What this print function does, actually, what it does is it creates a PDF. So it acts the same as the chapter download by creating my PDF, and then within my PDF, I can print that if I need to. I'll just quickly go back and show you the difference between downloading for offline access and reading it online. So I've gone into another book now. So this is a longer book. This one does have some restrictions as to how many I can print and download, and it's all notated here. I can read it online as I showed you before, but I can also download this book, and I only need to download this book if I need it for offline access. So this feature does require I install a third-party program called Adobe Digital Editions. So I can click in here and get this program. Once I've done that, I can select the number of days I want to download, say 1 day, and download this book. This will take me outside of the eBook Central online reader into Adobe Digital Editions. So it opens up a different software on my computer. This is not a ProQuest product, so it's completely third party. So I can see, you know, the books that I've had that's expired. This book I've just downloaded and read it on Adobe Digital Editions. But again, I only need to do that if I'm taking on a plane or a train. I don't have access to internet. Otherwise, the online reader offers a lot of functionality. So I've got one question. It says, the PDF copy of the journal I downloaded in ProQuest could be shared without limitation. Is this across the board or just for specific articles? This is across the board. So if you download any PDF copy of a journal you get within ProQuest platform, you can share that across the board. Because the subscription allows unlimited access to the journals you've got, you can share that across the board. No restrictions. Okay, so going into Alexander Street, this is where the majority of our video content sits. Alexander Street, we've got a large variety of different videos that I can browse. So I've got my collections here. If I wanted to create a clip, which is what I'm going to focus on in this session, Alexander Street makes it really easy because there's a video here that shows me exactly how to create that clip. So I'll just go into that. Okay, so Alexander Street videos are displayed like this. We've got a transcript which I can search. This is a short video, obviously, so it's a short transcript, but I can click straight into a particular part of the video by looking at the transcript and it'll take me straight there. If I wanted to get a link, just a link to the video, I've got this embedded link here. I can copy this link and send it to somebody or embed it. If I needed an HTML coding, if I'm creating a libguide, which I need a bit of coding for, we do have this embedded code here. And then we've got other ways to share. So it is really easy just to send a clip of the video straight to somebody. They can come in here and then browse through the entire video and transcript if they wish. If I wanted to create a shorter clip, so say this was a longer video, say this was 30 minutes, I only wanted to showcase, you know, a 1 minute clip, I can do that by clicking on the scissors icon. Now this does require I sign into an Alexander Street account. So I need to create myself an Alexander Street account or a profile, sorry. So I've already signed into my profile, which allows me to create this clip. But if I hadn't have been signed in, it will ask me to either sign in or to create a profile on Alexander Street. Once I click on the scissors icon, I can just simply drag these sliders to create my clip. So say from minute 50, minute 50 or 49 to 1 minute. So that's a 50-second clip. What's that? I'll just call this, name my clip, creating a clip. And I can save this. But if I wanted to make this a shareable clip, just make sure that when you do save it, you make this available to everybody, which makes it available to anybody who has the link, everybody at my institution, which means they need to sign in, so they need to be able to access Alexander Street at your library. If you make it available to just me, no one else will be able to see this clip. So I'm just going to make it available to everyone and save this clip. Once this clip has been saved, you'll notice that at the top, this new icon appears that says clips. So I can go into this clip and here is where I can edit my clip, delete my clip, and then of course, create a link just to this clip. So I can copy and paste this link and send it to somebody. They'll only be able to see this 50-second clip that I've created. And again, if I needed to embed this clip somewhere else. And again, if you were interested in learning a little bit more about Alexander Street, ProQuest platform, eBook Central, we do have other recorded webinars, other training sessions available, or you can request a training session from one of us. ProQuest, as I said, we have a large variety of products. So as well as the 3 major ones that I've showed you, we've got products for schools. So this one is for information literacy, which might be good for, say, first-year undergraduate students. We've got congressional literature, early English books, or early European books, which we've digitized from the original text, newspaper collections, so on and so forth. So I do encourage you to just check with your library to see what you do have from ProQuest. And of course, we would be happy to conduct a customized training session for you if you just email us. Hopefully at the end of this training session, you're now able to identify a variety of different content and source types that are available. You'll be able to enhance your course material with online resources. You'll be able to integrate the different content and source types into kind of online course software, LMS, lecture materials, and share that with your students and with your colleagues. We do have additional resources available. So we've got LibGuides. You can Google ProQuest LibGuides. It will be the first one that comes up. We've got a LibGuide for all 3 of the products that I've gone through today. We do also have, so you can just Google ProQuest LibGuides and then come here. We do also have a series that's recorded for faculty. So if you wanted to know a little bit more in depth on what I've covered today, we've got a more in-depth one on eBook Central, a more in-depth one on the ProQuest platform, and a more in-depth one on Alexander Street with recorded webinars that you can watch. I'll just copy this link now and put it into the chat so that you can, if you wanted to, grab this link now to have a look at. And that brings us, we're almost at, well, we are at time. So that brings us to the end of the session today. Are there any questions? I'll just wait a little bit to see if there are any questions. Thank you for the nice feedback that's coming through on chat. I'm also going to send a link for the feedback form. If you enjoyed this session, I would really appreciate it if you could give me just some feedback on how it went today. I'll wait a few more minutes for the chat and to see if there are more coming in. And I'll stop the recording now.